All right, guys, the MMA world has been pretty bummed out about this. We've been waiting for this fight for quite some time, but it looks like the Charles Oliveira fight, the long-awaited Charles Oliveira fight, UFC 288, is not happening, as the next guest joins us now to talk about his reaction, what could be next. Man, Beneil Dariush, I wish we could welcome you on a better note, brother, but welcome back to Submission Radio regardless, dude. It's great to always chat to you and have you on the show.
Yeah, it's good to be back, and fortunately for you guys will get to see the fight. Still, I believe the UFC said they're going to try to push it back. They're going to try to do June. I think it's June 10th, right, for the Vancouver card. So that's I guess that's the positive of it.
Okay, there's a few things to unpack here. Just out of curiosity, how did you even find out about this, man?
So I found out about it, I think was confirmed Wednesday. I was supposed to go out to the UFC. We were supposed to have a meeting. The meeting was actually on something separate. We were supposed to have a meeting on something separate. And we went there, and before I went there, they told me. And so instead of talking about what we were supposed to talk about, we ended up talking about this and what we're going to do.
Wait, so what was the meeting about initially?
Initially, it was about like pay raise, basically. I was like, I like the contract you guys gave me. And in my contract, if I fight for a title, I get paid more, right? And the only reason I'm not fighting for a title is because you guys aren't giving me the title shot. I think I've earned it. So that was kind of my thing. I was like, hey, I just because of that, I want to be paid. I want to basically get the purse that I would get for a title fight, basically, because the only reason I'm not in a title fight right now is because you choose not to put me there. That was what I was gonna go in there and talk about, but obviously things changed because of Charles pulling out.
Did you get there though? Like, first of all, how were they? How receptive were they to your idea? And did you guys end up covering that?
So it was almost like good cop, bad cop, because Dana was in a meeting with somebody in the other room. I can hear him yelling, and then I was speaking with Hunter, and I like both guys. Both guys are awesome. Hunter in this situation had to be the bad guy, which is whatever. I get it, but afterwards I talked to Dana about different things, but overall, looking back at it, the meeting was good. I'm happy with the meeting, but at the time I was pretty upset.
Wow, man. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a crazy sort of couple of months for you, but I'm happy that you're happy with what happened in the meeting. Now, I wonder, so in saying that, you're happy with this deal that's going into this next fight? Like, you're content with what you're getting paid now, or do you feel like it's still something that needs to be figured out as you move forward?
The pay isn't really an issue. My thing with pay is for the UFC, they show respect with their wallet. And I just didn't feel like I was getting respected. And I even told them, listen, the difference I'm asking for, you guys could donate it for all I care. I just want to see some respect. This is what I told them. And so that was kind of the thing. It was more about respect. So it wasn't an issue of pay grade. And then we talked about a bunch of other stuff, and I kind of got an idea where they see me and what they're trying to do. It's I get the business, man. It's not an easy business to run, and that's just the way it goes.
Right. So I'm guessing, and sort of correct me if you're wrong, but this is this big discussion that we keep having about, why fight Charles? Why not fight straight away for the title? Is that kind of what you brought up to them?
Yes, I brought that up, and I brought it up. Went kind of like this. I was like, okay, this guy's out, and they mentioned pushing the fight back to the 10th, and I'm like, man, what if he doesn't show up again, right? Mm-hmm. And I basically said, why don't I just fight Makhachev in, let's say, July or August, or even earlier if he's available, right? And they said no, he has to be on the October card, which was like, okay, fine. And I brought that up, and I kind of kept digging on that as why I'm basically not the number one contender, and they pretty much said Dustin Poirier is the number one contender. He's ranked ahead of you, and that was when the thing that came to my mind was what Justin Gaethje said about if Dariush doesn't get the title shot, we riot. So I was considering flipping the table and just walking out at that moment. So that's when I got heated, when they said this guy is the #1 contender. But I sat there and I kind of listened to what Hunter had to say. Whatever, I get what he's trying to do there. He's just he's playing the game, So we go through that, and then I don't really want to wait for June 10th, because what if he doesn't show up, right? He doesn't always this isn't the first time he's pulled out with me, so I'm like, well, if he doesn't show up, can we what is it called? Can I just fight May 6th is what I told him. I'd rather fight May 6th, and I even offered to fight somebody else, and I didn't know Moicano was hurt, but I said to them. My management was pissed when I said it too, because before we went into the meeting, Ollie's like, you're not going to talk about nobody else. You're not going to mention any other names, right? So not like 10 minutes in, and I'm like, all right, I want to stay on the May 6th card. What about we get, Moicano out? I didn't know Moicano was hurt. We give him somebody else, and then I fight Sarukian. And Ali looked at me like, have you lost your mind? He got so pissed, and then Hunter for a second was like, maybe, but then they said no to that fight. So they're like, no, we want the Charles Oliveira fight. I guess it makes sense, right? I just beat Gamrot, who beat Sarukian, so that fight doesn't totally make sense. It was weird. I don't know what they were thinking, because I didn't know Moicano was out. If I knew Moicano was out, maybe I would have pushed harder. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I honestly don't know. At that moment, I was pretty heated. So, but yeah, that was their reasoning as why I'm not the #1 contender, why I'm not fighting for a title, is because Dustin Poirier is. I offered to fight Sarukian. They said no. They want me to fight Charles. And, when I put myself in their shoes, the only thing that kind of makes sense to me is maybe the UFC is trying to build me, right? I'm not a big brand yet. Like, nobody, I don't push myself real hard on social media. I don't really push myself in general, except for fighting, right? So maybe, they want me to fight this guy, Charles Oliveira, to build me more. So I thought of it like that, and I was like, whatever. Well, if it's Charles, it's Charles. At the end of the day, everybody's just a name to me anyways. I'm not like, oh man, this guy is so good, I gotta avoid him, or this guy's gonna be a problem. They're all the same to me. It's just you just change you tweak your game plan, and you tweak your training a little bit, and that's pretty much it. But all the opponents are same to me. I don't care. So that was kind of the most of the meeting. And then as soon as I was done, I got out of the meeting, and I was getting ready to leave. I saw Dana still on the phone, and he was I wouldn't say he was heated, but he was definitely, something was going on. So afterwards, he hangs up, comes over to me, and he starts talking to me. He talks about my bad luck and things like that. But Dana knows I'm a big Trump fan. Like, so we start talking about Trump and UFC 287, and I tell him, honestly, I thought that was their best show. I looked at their production. I looked at the way they did all their media, and just everything about UFC 287 was just awesome. I told him that, and he's like, yeah, it totally was. And then he's like, oh man, come in, I want to talk to you. I was like, all right, sure. So we go in the back, and he shows me like some media stuff he's doing with Trump, which I thought was awesome. So it was weird. I had like tough cop in Hunter, and then I had like such a good time with Dana. So that was kind of the meeting. And then I always tell people this about Dana. Like, I may not agree with all the decisions he makes, but when it was COVID time, Dana kept the UFC open, which not only allowed me to feed my family, but I became a top contender. I became top 5 during COVID time. I had 3 fights during COVID. That's a lot more than most people.
Mm. Yeah, well, like me and Cass, we've been around Dana a few times, and whenever you kind of enter his stratosphere in a way, it's kind of like you feel a certain energy about him, and you're like, all right, this guy's different, and you could totally see a different side of him that you may not feel through the screen. Just quickly though, I know you said how they said Dustin Poirier was the #1 contender. if you beat Charles, is the plan to still give you this title shot in October, or are they already saying that's not going to happen? Because I feel there's a riot there's people getting ready with their pitchforks right now, depending what happens in his hands.
I love that. I always say I'm going to take pictures when the riot does happen. So basically, they said once I beat Charles, I'm #1 contender, and then also they said if Charles pulls out again, they'll give me the title shot as well, which is cool, but then I gotta wait till October to fight. So that's one of those things, you know. But I guess if it's a title shot, I'll take it, you know. What else? Yeah, that was pretty much it on that. So those are the insurance kind of they gave me.
Nice. Well, a little bit of insurance is good, man. Speaking of insurance, if you want a bit of insurance for yourself, ensure that you're looking the best, because nothing, I assure you, nothing makes your stock go down than nasty nose hairs and ear hairs sticking out all over the place. You want to look your best, which is why we're calling all men. It's a call to action from our good friends at Manscaped to upgrade to their new Weed Whacker 2.0 with the improved blades and motor. You can feel the power of nasty nose hair annihilation in the palm of your hands. No more pulling those bastards out and making your eyes water. That sucks. And the ear hairs are even worse. The Weed Whacker 2.0 uses the powerful 7,000 RPM motor with the improved steel blade system that upgrades the cutting performance from the first generation to better whack your weeds. It also comes with the skin-safe technology, which helps reduce the nicks, snags, and tugs. It's cordless, rechargeable, battery up to 45 minutes of runtime, and best of all, it comes in the Performance Package 4.0, which already comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 and all the other great stuff to lather your balls and make them smell phenomenal. Honestly, Performance Package 4.0, best value for money, but also the best way to make yourself the best version of yourself. Isn't that right, Dennis?
That's right, man. And Manscaped support us. And we want to support you guys with a code word submission where you guys save 20% off and get free shipping. And if you guys use that code word, you support the show. So it's the Submission Radio Circle of Life brought to you by Manscaped. And man, there is no better place to go to sort yourself out for 2023 than Manscaped, Cass.
Yeah, that's right. Also, NBA playoffs have kicked off. Are you watching? Don't miss out. Dennis tells me it's absolutely crazy, but Dennis didn't pay full price for the NBA League Pass. Oh no, he used NordVPN to switch his computer's geolocation and make his computer think that he's in the Philippines or Malaysia or something, and he paid much less than if his computer thought he was in Australia. You can do the same thing with NordVPN. Switch geolocation. Don't pay for full price Netflix. Make your computer think you're in Mexico and you pay for Mexican Netflix. It's much cheaper. Works for flights. Also, BT Sport. They have all this great content, all these great preview shows and sports coverage, but oftentimes it's not available in your geolocation, or maybe you're scrolling through Twitter. Here in Australia, you scroll through Twitter, you get all these sweet highlights from like ESPN or CBS Sports or whatever of MMA promotions, and it's just like, oh, sorry, the uploader has made this not available in your country. Never deal with that again. Use NordVPN, change your geolocation to that country, and then you can watch anything. And best of all, blocks trackers, no speed throttling, no buffering, so everything stays as fast as it possibly can, unlike other inferior VPNs which slow your shit down. So don't worry, everything's still in crisp 4K. Isn't that right, Dennis?
That's right, man. Try it before you buy it with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Absolutely risk-free, and see how it changes your life today. Go to nordvpn.com/submission or click the link in the description below. Trust us. Best app in the world. Goes so quick. Goes across multiple devices. Super awesome. It's going to save you more money, a lot more money than what you're going to spend on it. And get this crazy deal where you guys get a huge discount plus 4 months free for a limited time. Going again by nordvpn.com/submission now. But all right, Beneil, man, we're excited about the update. Bummed out that it's not you for the title, but excited to see this fight is still happening because it's a crazy good fight. So just break that down for us, man. So June 10th, you're kind of switching out your mindset to the fight being pushed back a little. How do you feel about the fight being on June 10th? We were supposed to celebrate your birthday in the Octagon, and I know you're also waiting on the birth of your next child. How does this impact stuff for you?
No, baby number 2 is here. She's been here for 3 weeks now. So,
congratulations, man.
So Emma's here, and that was one of the things. You know, I got my daughter here. I wanna spend more time with her. You know, there's a thing about me. Like, for example, I I could be having conversations, but if I know I'm fighting in 3 weeks, like that's all that plays in my mind. Like right now with my older daughter, we'll be doing whatever, but I'll be thinking about the fight. I don't get to hold my younger daughter just because I'm always sweaty, and she's only 3 weeks. We get worried about her getting sick, so the few times that I do get to hold her, it's typically at night. And when I hold her at night, again, same thing. I'm thinking about how I'm going to break the man that I'm supposed to fight in 3 weeks. So that's kind of been my mindset this whole time. Now they tell me, hey, we're pushing it back, and it's going to take you 8 weeks to get to the fight. So it's weird because I have to reset, but at the same time, I can't reset too much. So I'm going to take this week and kind of chill out. Maybe do like 1 to 2 trainings early morning, and then spend the rest of the day with my family. Don't overthink it about my weight. Just kind of eat whatever, and then restart basically. Restart, and then I'll have a 7-week camp. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. But I don't know. This isn't something I've done before, so it is new to me.
All right, man. Well, look, we appreciate you joining us and giving us the updates. Congratulations, man. On having 2 kids, and sorry we missed that update, but dude, that is absolutely huge, and we were so happy for you, and happy that you're going to be able to have some birthday cake and have your birthday maybe more of a normal surrounding. So just as we finish up, the plan right now is June 10th, fight Charles Oliveira. Hopefully that goes to plan, and then October we go to Abu Dhabi and we take on Islam for the title.
That's what it looks like. The only thing is, I still don't have a contract for Charles, so it's not like it's official, but that's what it is. Yeah. So.
Did they tell you what his injury was, by the way, or like how badly?
No, they're not going to tell me. There's no way they would tell me because, I'm sure there's a confidentiality thing going on there, and also, why would you tell the enemy like, hey, this is what this is what's hurt? So I get it on that part, but yeah, it is what it is. I had a feeling this could happen, and I just didn't know how we were going to react and how the UFC was going to react to it.
All right, well, at least I guess on the positive side, you've got a little bit more clarity as far as where you stand in the title and the title picture. And then also you've got the goal now, man. You know that, with the win over Charles, you get in that sweet, sweet October fight. So best of luck, man.
That's right. Yeah. Remember last time, before Gamera fight, I told you guys, I'm going to beat this guy, and then they're going to be like, hey, you got to fight somebody else. So last time I knew I wasn't going to get a title from it. I just had a feeling, right? But this time it's different. They gave me their word. So it's cool to see, it's a first for me. I like having that.
Mystic Beneil with the direction now and the goals. We appreciate you jumping on, man, having a chat with us, giving us the update, and enjoy your time with your family, man. June 10th is going to come right around the corner. So I'm sure we'll chat one more time right before the fight and really get deep into the fight. But thank you so much for chatting with us, Beneil. Always love chatting with you.
Appreciate it, boys. Thank you.
And have a great birthday, man.
Yeah.
21 years young. The
I'm 34 old. Nah, I don't know about young. Look, even if I cut my hair now, the gray hair shows. So, but it's like, I don't feel any different. I may be old, but I can still whoop your butt. So it's not an issue. As long as I can do that, we're good.
All I see is Richard Gere and the Jackal, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I had to look up Richard Gere, and I was like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah. See you, Beneil. Have a good one, man.
See you, Beneil. All the best, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye.